All right, this is State of Michigan versus DeMarco Abbott, case 24058688901. Today is the date set for a bond redetermination hearing. Please.
Jennifer Douglas for the people, P72748.
And for the record, Your Honor, Randall Upshaw on behalf of Mr. Abbott. And I would like to say, Your Honor, I did the arraignment for arraignment only. So I'm asking after this bond hearing, would you be kind enough to appoint Mr. Abbott an attorney? But for this hearing, Your Honor, Randall Upshaw, P number 43574.
All right. Mr. Abbott, sir, could you state your name for the record, please?
DeMarco Abbott.
All right, thank you, Mr. Abbott. Today is the date set for the redetermination hearing. Mr. Upshaw asked to bond.
As to bond, Your Honor, Mr. Abbott has, I understand the charge itself of robbery armed is a serious offense. But what I would like to say is Mr. Abbott has absolutely no criminal history. And the factual basis behind this is someone stole the victim's motorcycle. Somehow it's alleged that Mr. Abbott and other people end up buying it and offered it for sale. We do not dispute that. When the individual came, there's evidence that he came more or less in a manner, and there'd be physical evidence that at one point Mr. Abbott ran from the individual. I would admit that the individual said once he tried to run with the motorcycle, he heard a shot. But Judge, there's two sides to every hearing, and he never said Mr. Abbott shot at him at all. Now here's the point, Judge, that I'll make it short. How can you rob someone of something that they do not have? If he pulled up to a house where Mr. Abbott resided and Mr. Abbott is alleged to be there with the motorcycle offering it to him for sale, and he runs off or he leaves, it can't be an armed robbery because Mr. Abbott was already allegedly in possession of the motorcycle. However, be that as may, that would be a question we'll handle at the preliminary exam. But Judge, he's never committed an act of violence. The young man wasn't hit. He wasn't struck. He wasn't shot. He wasn't injured. And there's no history of violence, drugs. Mr. Abbott consistently works. Your Honor, yes, he is a CPL holder, and that shows that he again has no prior record. So Judge, I think the bond is excessive. We have a legitimate case to argue that it was not an armed robbery and that it's no doubt that Mr. Abbott didn't hurt this guy or take something from this guy. And I think a reasonable bond would be better, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Upshaw. Ms. Douglas has to bond.
Your Honor, I'm actually going to ask for a remand. Here we have a situation where there is a shot spotter alert, which corroborates the complaint witness saying he was being shot at the shot spotter alert going to 17228 Arlington. There were multiple casings found in the front yard. Mr. Abbott isn't accused of being the shooter, but he is accused of being with other people, one of whom also had a firearm. And this complaining witness in this case actually picked Mr. Abbott out of the 8-pack photo lineup as the person who pointed the gun at his face and tried to take his title because the complaining witness, when he went to go look to see if this was his car, he brought the title with him. And when he showed the individuals that he had the title, Mr. Abbott is accused of pointing the gun at the victim's face and trying to take that title from him. And having title would make it easier to sell a stolen vehicle, as someone could try to forge a signature on it. So, Your Honor, we do think that there's danger here to the public, given the allegations, Your Honor. And so we're actually going to ask for a remand. There isn't a criminal history, but what we have here is multiple people showing up trying to sell a bike that was stolen. Multiple shots being fired, and the complaint witness identifying Mr. Abbott as a person who had a gun, pointed it at his face, and tried to take the title to the stolen vehicle from him. So we're asking for a remand.
All right, give me one moment. All right, I've had a chance to review the investigator's report as well as hear arguments from both on behalf of Mr. Abbott as well as on behalf of the people. At this time, I understand that this case is a matter that I could deny bond, but I'm not inclined to deny bond in this matter. I am going to keep the bond the same at $100,000 cash or surety, because I do believe that this is a situation that has created a highly dangerous situation for the community. It's alleged that the defendant pointed a weapon at someone trying to get his bike back, and and tried to take the title from him after uh, during the course of this incident. So, I believe that this is a situation that in order to keep the community safe, a high cash bond is necessary. And there's clear and convincing evidence that that is the case. So bond is going to remain the same in this matter. The next date is going to be August 14th before Judge Jefferson. And Mr. Abbott will have an attorney assigned to you for that probable cause date. All right, and that concludes this hearing.
Have a good day, everyone.
You
too.
too.